Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Marquette Golden Eagles Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. In the last episode, we dropped a tough game against Marshall, who turned out to be a very stout, disciplined football team. Today, we take on the Tulane Green Wave, as we have 3 games left of the season, and we got to win one of them if we want to clinch a bowl berth here for the first time in this series. This Tulane team features Nick Montana, Joe Montana's son, at quarterback. Although he hasn't really been good, he's completed less than 50% of his passes over the last 2 years as a starter. Although they do have Rob Kelly at running back, a tough runner who should be tough for our defense to tackle, which has been one of our weaknesses over the course of this series. So now we're set at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, where the New Orleans Saints also play here. And we do win the coin toss, and we're going to kick it as we did last week, although it turned out to bite us as we turned it over to open the second half. Dylan Mackey on for the kick. As we're now underway here, Marquette looking to clinch a bowl berth in this game. You don't want to drag it out any longer. As a nice return here, works past the 50 and then laid out by Scott Dixon. Justin Shackelford, he gets Tulane going right out of the gate. Nick Montana, 19 for 41, 225 and 2 touchdowns last week. And now tremendous field position here for Tulane, setting up from the 41. Barry Barber, one of our better defensive ends, is out this week. And a pass out of the gate here downfield as Juice Campbell was all over that in man coverage, although he couldn't come down with the interception. As I was saying, Barry Barber is out this game, so we'll see a lot more freshman Mike Johnson there at right end, along with Jerry Jones, so we'll look to mix in as well. Montana back for another pass. And he has Devin Booty over there, but a good play by Nichols to jar the ball free. Now 3rd and 10 for Tulane. Marquette also still without Ahmad Plummer at linebacker. We're hoping he can return on senior day. Another pass here, and he gets that to Butte. And it looked like Nichols was going to jump that and intercept it. Montana brought down on the throw. And Nichols got in front, good positioning, but just didn't jump for it. A timely conversion there for Tulane. Now 1st and 10, Green Wave set up inside the red zone. First carry here for Kelly, a nice redirect inside. And he works ahead for another first down, a 1st and goal now for Tulane. They set up inside the 5. I have to say our goal line defense has been fairly strong in recent weeks. Let's see if we can have another good showing here as a nice lateral stop there from Nichols as he went along with Kelly and stopped him man-to-man. 2nd and goal now. Montana in the shotgun. He'll pass here. And Edwards drops a slant there in the end zone. Campbell didn't even really react in coverage. That'll make up a 3rd down and 3rd and goal from the 3. Montana back out there in the shotgun on this 3rd and goal. And they'll give to Kelly. And he's going to get in for the touchdown. 3-yard carry there for Rob Kelly. And the Green Wave strike on their opening drive. They'll take a 7-0 lead. Now Marquette will come out for their first offensive drive of the day. They turned the ball over twice last week, looking to be a little more secure this go-around. 1st and 10 here. They'll set up a screen for Tyson Bolt, and that would have just been better if we threw that one away. Tulane read that one and crashed down very well. Haywood being pressured just has to get rid of it, and Bolt, he should just bat that one down. So we're set up well behind the sticks. Now 2nd and 17. And we come out with 5 receivers. Haywood in the empty set. I'll take the snap here. Good coverage downfield. Sits right. Gets Shane Lytle downfield and a nice grab. A 25-yard reception there for Shane Lytle. And that 7-yard loss on the previous down. Nothing to worry about. A big play there from Lytle. And Marquette now at the 44. Dexter Dowling will be the first back we see in this game. As he'll get the carry. And he's stopped there trying to work the edge, a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11 now. They'll set up a screen out there for Shane Lytle, although he can't break the tackle after the catch. A flag on the play, and that's going to be a hold. Montez Chamberlain, who has started every game at right tackle so far in this series, commits the hold. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 21 now. Now that sets back the Golden Eagles yet again here as Haywood takes the snap. He'll just drop that off for Jordan Pinson, and he's corralled quickly after the catch, although it does pick up 6. Now that sets up a slightly more manageable 3rd down here. Now 3rd and 14 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Haywood back to pass again here. And he has Jonathan Thomas there at the sideline. Although that sails out of bounds. And Marquette will have to punt here on their first possession of the day. Eddie Stevens on for the punt. And he had a nice one last week. Bounced out at the 1 yard line. I don't know if that's going to happen here. But maybe later on in this game. Kick is off. That's going to be fielded from the 20. As Marcus Dixon misses the tackle. And Dante Butler taken down after a 6-yard return at the 27. Tulane now back out looking to score another touchdown, although they started with much better field position last time around. A quick dump off there for Marfisi. The tight end breaks the tackle. Still going upfield. And finally tracked down by Juice Campbell. 36-yard reception for Montana to Marfisi. And just one big play. Tulane back into Marquette territory. Come out in the I formation, tight end in motion. And they'll give to Kelly to the right side as Nichols brings him down, but Kelly, another big chunk. 12 yards and a first down. 1st and 10 now for Tulane. Montana back to pass. And that's picked off by Mike Johnson, the freshman D end. What was that? Look at the athleticism by the big guy. Let's just turn him into a slot corner or something. There's no way he just intercepted a pass in his first career start. That is just wild. That's actually too funny. I'm actually like audibly laughing over here. Mike Johnson, the athletic play, and Marquette takes back over here. We'll give again to Dexter Dowling some good blocking, although he couldn't really find his footing. Only 2. That run did have some potential, though. I think coming into this game, we've only had 5 interceptions all year. And then look at the difference maker, Mike Johnson. And that's a pass over the middle for Shane Lytle. He hauls that in. First down for Marquette. Haywood entered this game about like 60 yards short of 2,000. So he'll get that here soon. He connects there with Grant Cooper. A short one and only picks up 3 to the outside. 2nd and 7. Marquette now in the I formation. Dowling takes it, trips over his own man, it looked like, but still able to pick up 5. And Storm Norwood, I don't know if I mentioned, kind of week to week here, so we're not going to use him too much, but Dowling goes down there with an ankle injury, it looked like. So now we'll see Theo Briggs for the first time here on 3rd and 2. Good push up front. Briggs stops short, though. 4th and inches here from the 41. And we're going to go for it. 4th and inches for Marquette, as they have Harrison Briggs in the I formation. They'll give it to the fullback here. Nice push up front. And an easy 4 and a first down for the freshman fullback, Jeff Harris. 1st and 10 now for Marquette, and they'll give here for Theo Briggs. Briggs trying to work along the line there. Doesn't really have the speed to kick it to the edge. Only 2 yards that time. And that's going to do it here in the first quarter. Tulane up 7-0. Rob Kelly, a strong showing so far. Although that Nick Montana interception to Mike Johnson, as you see there, the big man making the play over the middle of the field, that really set him back as they were having a potential touchdown drive there. Now it was 2nd and 8 from the 46 for Marquette to open the second quarter. Haywood back to pass. And that's way offline for Randall Darby over the middle of the field. Deflected by Sam Schofield, now 3rd and 8. Haywood in the shotgun. He takes the snap here on this 3rd down. Goes across for Jordan Pinson. And Pinson a nice grab in tight man coverage. That brings up a 4th and inches now. And do you think we go back to the same play we just called to convert? And we will. Jeff Harris back with it as he trucks over a man. Pushed back on a second effort. But still the first down and 3 yards for our fullback. And it is official. Dexter Dowling out for the game with a mild concussion. We're already kind of down to just Theo Briggs and Tyson Bolt now. Although Storm Norwood is available. But we don't really want to risk further injury with him. 2nd and 5 now after a decent run from Briggs. And they'll give it right back to him. Good blocking as Briggs to the left. Tries to cut back upfield as he stumbles over a man. 15 yards for Briggs. He's getting going here. 1st and 10 now. Marquette from the 23. Dixon in motion. Haywood will fake. They'll go play action. Grant Cooper wide open. And he hauls that in for 17. Marquette down to the 5. Haywood now 7 for 9 for 60. And I think with that pass, or that completion, he's now eclipsed 2,000 yards. First player at the goal line, looking to Briggs, and he powers in for the touchdown. I think that's Briggs' 8th or 9th touchdown of the season, and he leads the team. Marquette will tie it up. A good drive there, led by Briggs running the ball in place of Dexter Dowling. Mackey now on for the kickoff following his extra point. Golden Eagles squared at 7. Shackelford already had a nice return in this game, looking to do it again as he's rocked there by Clay Diamond on special teams. Diamond, he's a linebacker you have to watch out for next season. We're expecting him to step up as we'll have a couple players leaving from graduation. Nick Montana back out there looking to regroup following the interception. Makes an adjustment at the line. They'll give to Kelly. He's stopped in the backfield. A good play by Juice Campbell crashing down and making the tackle. 2nd and 11 now for the Green Wave. Montana back to pass. He hits his tight end there. Nichols could not make the carry. Just shouldered off. Although Darquez Goddard is there to clean it up. Now 3rd and 8. Another third down here for Tulane. Montana. And that's a misfire. I'm not sure what the tight end was doing there. He wasn't even looking for the ball. Green Wave are going to have to punt. Marquette a chance to take the lead. This is going to be fielded by Jordan Pinson at the 26. And a good special teams play there off a 9-yard Pinson return. 1st and 10 now for Jake Haywood. And they'll set up a screen there for Jonathan Thomas. Good blocking from Pinson in space. But a hard downhill hit there. Thompson picks up 6, his first touch of the day. 2nd and 4 Marquette at the 43. And they'll give back to Theo Briggs, fresh off a touchdown his last drive. But he's brought down there at the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and 4. Marquette 3rd down, 0 for 3 so far on 3rd down, although I think we're 2 for 2 on 4th down. Haywood a drop back here. He'll just dump that off for Thomas. And a nice 5-yard grab for Thomas moves the chains. Now 3 minutes left in the half. Marquette knocking on the door of midfield. They'll give here for Tyson Bolt. And a nice carry there from Bolt. Works up for 10 yards, his first touch of the day. Now the Golden Eagles from Tulane's 41. Headed back to pass here, 1st and 10. And he has a man there at the sideline. That's Thomas. A good out route and good timing from Haywood. Another 1st and 10 for Marquette. And they'll give here for Thomas on the end around. Thomas opts to go back up the middle and picks up 4. Now we're nearing the 2-minute mark here. And Marquette probably just trying to waste some time and limit Tulane's offensive drive following this one. Another rush for Briggs up the middle. That picks up 4, now 3rd and 2. Another 3rd down here for Marquette. They'll give back to Briggs. And an easy 1st down. Another 6. And like I said, it looks like they'll just keep feeding Briggs and continue to wind the clock down here. Another carry up the middle, 3 that time for Theo. Marquette comes out in the same formation, ace big twins here. Haywood directly under center. He'll drop back for a pass. As there's Thomas, and he comes back for it and works his way back into the end zone for the touchdown reception. Haywood 11 for 13, 95 yards in that touchdown pass. And Thomas, he just kind of chipped away there. I think he had like a 5-yard catch, a 6-yard catch, that 4-yard carry on the end around. And that time he finishes the drive with a touchdown catch. Now Marquette up 14-7. Tulane still with 52 seconds and all their timeouts. Maybe left too much time on the clock for him. That's fielded by Butler. He breaks a tackle. Good blocking. And then he trips over Kenny Johnson there. Dante Butler, another electrifying return as he works out towards the 50. So the Green Wave a chance to get some points here as we head into halftime. Montana back to pass. He'll dump that off on a screen for Kelly. He breaks a Gavin Battaglia tackle and then brought down by Durant. Now 2nd and 9. And they call a timeout. Marfisi in motion. 2nd and 9. 38 seconds remain. It's a slant for Devin Butte. Breaks a couple tackles and then finally brought down. Marquette did a strong job crashing downhill. Tulane will hurry back, but they will not call another timeout here on this 3rd down. Marfisi back in motion. They'll call play. Montana back to pass. Goes upfield. He has a man. And I don't know if that was a miscommunication or just overthrew him, but it looked like his receiver had an opportune play there. So now Tulane a missed opportunity here with good field position off the return. And Marquette a chance here. Still all their timeouts, although just 18 seconds remain. A touchback on the punt, and now 11 seconds for Marquette. See if they try a shot downfield. They'll just give it to Bolt on the draw. That goes for -2. And it looks like that will just take us into the half. A good half of football from Marquette as we take a 14-7 lead into the second half. A good play from Mike Johnson there on defense, an interception in his first career start at defensive end. And efficient play from Haywood leading the charge offensively. Theo Briggs has been very good. Shane Lytle's made a couple big grabs, and Jonathan Thomas, of course, that touchdown reception. A strong half of football in the second half, and Marquette will clinch a bowl berth. But we've seen our team kind of fall apart in the second half in previous games, so we can't get complacent, and we'll have to keep our strategy and our game plan strong and come away with this game in the second half and close here in Tulane. Now the Golden Eagles take over from the 25 to start the second half as we begin with the 7-point lead. Dixon in motion, and they'll give to Theo Briggs as he led the team in rushing in the first half. 2nd and 7 now. Haywood directly under center on a drop back. And just sails past Thomas. Looks like they had good timing on that out route, but Haywood a little early. Thomas couldn't quite get to the break. And now a 3rd and 7. A quick third down faced by Marquette here to start the half. And that just sails past Lytle. A couple mistimed throws there from Haywood. And a quick 3-and-out forced by Tulane to start the second half. Marquette has struggled to close games in recent weeks, although we were able to fend off Western Michigan and what was the other one? I think UTEP recently. And a good start there by Marfisi, telling Tyler Black to get out of my face as he takes that for 22. Tight ends have kind of terrorized us in the past 2 weeks. Come out and cover 2 this time. Montana directly under center. He'll drop back for a pass. And he's just going to throw that one away. 2nd and 10 now from the 39. And I don't think either quarterback is over 100 yards yet. Montana drops back. Quick pass there for London. Nichols misses the tackle. He gets it blocked there from the receiver. And Campbell swings him down. A 34-yard catch and run there by London. Tulane now inside the 5 looking to tie it up. A good spot here now for Tulane. And they probably just give it to Kelly. And he has a gap, and he brings it in for another touchdown as Tulane will tie it up here, 14-14 early on in the third quarter. And now Juice Campbell set for his first return after each have went for touchbacks. He gets it up to at the 24, and Marquette will take over looking to answer. Haywood comes out in the shotgun in this tie game. And he'll go over for Theo Briggs, not known for his pass-catching ability, but he'll truck over a couple guys and pick up 12 in the first down out of the backfield. Theo Briggs has really led the way for us so far in this game with the injury to Dowling and Storm Norwood. Haywood now out there empty. Just get that off for Grant Cooper going across towards the sideline and a 4-yard pickup for Cooper. 2nd and 6 now, 2 tight ends. Briggs the lone back. And he'll get another inside give. And a physical run there, 4 yards up the middle. 3rd and 2 now from the 45. Marquette just 2 for 6 on third down in this ball game. And they'll give it back to Briggs, the short yardage warrior. And another first down up the middle. 1st and 10 now. Tyson Bolt in the backfield, accompanied by fullback Jeff Harris. And they will give to Bolt. Has some good blocking outside. He'll take that up for 8. Just 2 carries for Bolt, but 18 yards. I'm sorry, three rushes for 16. I forgot about that negative rush earlier. 2nd and 2 now. Haywood out there empty with 5 receivers. And we're sacked. I knew I should not have dropped back so far. We were going to try and take a deep shot, but Tanzel Smart, future NFL draft pick, got home. And you see there Jabari Branch, 75. He couldn't get over on the pull. So that, of course, sets us back another 11. We had a nice 2nd and 2. Now that brings up 3rd and 13. Haywood takes the snap. And he had Cooper over there over the middle of the field, but Richard Carthon, a nice play to disrupt that one. Marquette's going to have to punt. And this looks like our previous games that I mentioned where we couldn't really pull away and let our opponent stick in it. Hopefully Stevens can get a nice punt here like the one we saw last week. That one's up, and that's not a good one at all. That was actually maybe the worst result possible. You'd rather take a touchback there than a fair catch at the 20. Now the Green Wave back with it. 3:06 left here in the third quarter. Rob Kelly, the lone back. London in motion. And they'll give to Kelly. He works back up the middle. And every time he's touching the ball, he's getting 10 at least. And he might get a face mask in addition to that. That's Davin Rice on the face mask. So 15 more on that. Tulane already at midfield. Montana now in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 50. Dumps that out for Edwards. And Rice wraps him up. 4-yard pickup. Now 2nd and 6 in Marquette territory. Montana back to pass. A delay give there for Kelly. Ripped down by Mike Johnson. That's going to be another face mask. And you would expect that from the freshman, although he did have that interception earlier, so we won't fault him too much. So 2 face mask calls will give Tulane free 30 yards on this drive. Now the Green Wave pick up from the 34. 1st and 10. Montana directly under center. And he'll give back to Kelly. Kelly trucks Nichols and then brought down, but not before picking up 9. Another strong carry from him. Our defense desperate for a big play here. We've just kind of let Tulane move the ball. We haven't really made an impact. Montana fake. And he just can't get a clean pass off there as that skips to the ground. Now 3rd and 1. Now 3rd and 1 for Tulane. A fake and good blocking. Montana some room to run as he's dragged down by Rondell Nichols there inside the 10. Another fresh set here for Tulane. 1st and goal now at the 8. And they'll give back to Kelly. Good tackle there. Goddard crashing the line. And a big play to bring up 2nd and goal. Now Tulane comes out in the I formation. And they'll give back to Kelly. Armstrong can't bring him down. And he's finally dragged down there inside the 5. Now a 3rd and goal. And that's Dante Butler on the carry. 3rd and goal now from the 4. Tulane comes out in the heavy package. 3 tight ends and a fullback. Looks like we had a man offside there. As we do get the stop, but looks like we're just going to do it again. I think that was Jerry Jones, a freshman D-end, who jumped offside. And it was. We're kind of rotating Jones and Mike Johnson, the freshman there at right end with the injury to Barry Barber. And they've both committed penalties on this drive. Now Tulane gets another chance here on 3rd down, now this time from the 2-yard line. Montana back to pass. And he'll be sacked by Darquez Goddard. He made a big play earlier on that run stop, and now he gets home for the sack. And that's going to force a Tulane field goal. A 27-yard attempt for the lead here. And Goddard, a senior D-end, next week will be his last home game at the BMO Bradley Center. Jake Haywood in the Marquette offense now back out there. Probably just one more play here to close the 3rd quarter. That's a 2-yard give to Theo Briggs that'll set up a 2nd and 8 to start the 4th. And now we'll start this 4th quarter, and hopefully we can retake the lead on this drive. Haywood in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Nice blocking there at right tackle from Chamberlain. Goes for Tyson Bolt, and Bolt brings that down. A nice 20-yard grab. And as I said last week, he's been very good as a pass catcher when called upon. Now the Golden Eagles from the 47. 2 tight ends out there. Cooper in motion. And they'll give to Theo Briggs. Good blocking to the left. And Briggs works ahead for 7. He's been a very strong runner in this game. 2nd and 3 now for Marquette across midfield. Haywood back to pass. And he gives that to Bailey, an interception. And that was a bad one. Probably another situation where we should have just kept running it. But we don't want to get too stale and boring with the runs. We had pressure breaking down. Haywood just gets rid of it quickly. And that's picked off by Bailey. So now Tulane a chance to extend their lead as they take over from the 44. An awful turnover there from Jake Haywood. And they'll give to Rob Kelly. Good tackle there by Denzel Highsmith. And that could have been a big one if he didn't bring him down there. 2nd and 9 now, and I think Tulane's just going to try and feed Fat Rob to drive down this game. Montana, a drop back here, and Edwards a drop on the slant. And that brings up 3rd and 9. Marquette needs a stop here. 3rd and 9 from the 45. Montana in the shotgun. Back to pass. Has a man at the sideline. That's Edwards. And he'll haul that one in. Good job to get the feed in. 1st down for Tulane. Now a fresh set of downs here for the Green Wave. Tight end in motion. They come out in the I formation. A fake here for Kelly. A quick pass from Arfisi. He brings it down. And another 1st down for Tulane. Another 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. And they'll give back to Kelly. And he's brought down by Highsmith, although he picks up 6. Now a 2nd and 4. Montana drops back. And he has a man on the slant. That's Shackelford as he beats Juice Campbell there. Another 1st down for Tulane. 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. And there's a false start. That's going to back them up a little bit. 1st and 15 now. The Green Wave go back 5. Montana will keep here. Has good blocking. And then hit hard by Nichols. Montana picks up 8 on the keep. 2nd and 7. Now from the 14, Montana in the shotgun. And they'll set up a screen for Kelly. And Jerry Jones, a good job to get over and drag him down. Now a 3rd down for Tulane. Crucial moment here. 3rd and 7 from the 15. Montana back to pass. And he has Shackelford over the middle, and he comes down with that. A great grab. And there's a face mask, but it's just going to be half the distance. It looked like there was a lot of congestion there over the middle of the field, and still Shackelford able to bring that one down. A clutch 3rd down conversion. Now Tulane at the 2. Montana back to pass, being chased by Battaglia. He fumbles, and Armstrong recovers. And Marquette has the football. That's something we would do. Fumble it there right inside the 5. And Battaglia, look at him getting low, that dip and that athleticism. And we just don't see many guys like that. Backside pursuit records a sack, the forced fumble. And Daniel Armstrong, who has been very clutch for us, recovers that one. And that's just absolutely devastating if you're Tulane. A chance to add another touchdown, make it a 2-possession game. And now Marquette with the ball just down 3. Theo Briggs the opening give on this drive. He'll pick up 4. 2nd and 6 now. The Golden Eagles at the 15. And they'll give it right back to Briggs. And he's brought down a strong tackle there, but he picks up 4. Now 3rd and 2. Less than 3 minutes now left in the game. And they'll give back to Briggs. He has some room taking it upfield. And he'll pick up 9, another strong carry. Now from the 28-yard line, Dixon in motion. And they'll feed Briggs again here. A good playoff block there. I think that might have been smart. And that was Andre Robinson, a good stop there at the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 10. Tyson Bolt now in the backfield on this 2nd down as Haywood takes the snap. And that was an awful passing congestion. Not sure what compelled that. And now 3rd and 10. Now 3rd and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Haywood out there empty. The coverage for Tulane has been very strong in this game thus far. Haywood rolls to his right. Nothing open. Goes for Thomas in a risky spot. And that just goes for 2. And I'm not sure what you do here if you're Marquette. And I don't think you can really trust the defense with the way we've played in the second half. Still all our timeouts. Time's running down. I think we just try to get it here. 4th and 8. Haywood takes the snap. And there's Shane Lytle trying to go for our trustworthy weapon. And that falls incomplete there in double coverage. Now the Green Wave take over from the 30. Just 1:36 remaining. They get the 1st down, and they pretty much win the game, you would think. A carry there for Rob Kelly. Breaks a tackle. And then he's finally brought down. Marquette will take their first timeout. 2nd and 5 now. 1:32 left. And they'll give back to Kelly. Good blocking there. And that's a 1st and 10. And a few kneel downs here. Tulane will probably take this one. Another disappointing result here for Marquette. I mean, we pretty much had the game and we just couldn't do anything in the second half. As they'll give back to Kelly. And he's dragged down there. Marquette uses their final timeout. Now 2nd and 8. And assuming Tulane just takes a couple kneel downs here. Or maybe they'll go for another 1st down. I'm not sure if 2 kneel downs would do it quite yet. And that's Kelly to the outside. Doesn't get the 1st down. Now 3rd and 1. Now 3rd and 1. I don't know why Tulane just doesn't just knee it here. That would ensure victory. They go with the option. Montana hit, and that's going to do it here. And now that's going to do it here from Tulane. They come out in the victory formation. And a tough loss here for Marquette. We fall to 5-5. Next week is senior day against South Alabama, which should be a more manageable opponent, but we were hoping to put up a little bit more fight here against Tulane. A stale second half kind of just led to our demise, and the Green Wave come out with the victory. Probably a game we should have won, but still very early in this dynasty. Still don't have the most talent, especially compared to some of these teams, even in the American Conference. Rob Kelly, a very strong performance running the football, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. Montana wasn't that good at quarterback, but he didn't really need to be, as their defense kind of got the job done, especially on their secondary. We really couldn't find holes in their secondary. Our passing game struggled, and we take the L here. Theo Briggs, a very strong performance, but we couldn't just get it done for him. And Haywood, a couple turnovers again in this game. We're going to have to tighten it up next week on Senior Day. Now, to close this episode, we'll just get a quick look here at the top 25. And look at what we got going on here. Army, #1 in the nation. Let's take a quick look at their schedule. It looks like they have 2 quarterbacks injured. So they're 9-0 onto their third-string quarterback. They haven't beat any teams with a winning record up until this past week, where they beat Western Kentucky. And now they play Stanford on the road and then Navy. So Army, not the most valid BCS national champ, but they might make it here. I hope not. I hope we get a more legitimate game than that. Texas here at #2 at 9-0. They've taken down #10 UCLA, #20 Oklahoma. They came back in that overtime affair earlier in the season. They beat a ranked TCU team, and now they finished with Baylor, BYU, and Texas Tech. So Texas would be a cool team there in the national championship. Here at #3, we have UL-Lafayette at 9-0. They beat Ole Miss there in week 1. But other than that, no wins against teams with winning records. They have Texas State, Arkansas State, and ULM. So UL-Lafayette could very well win out and then win their conference and maybe find themselves in a national championship game. Ohio State down here at 7. They were undefeated all the way up until last week, where they lost to Michigan State, but they rebound with a win against Penn State. They still have a shot, although a lot of one-loss teams here, USC, Alabama, Florida. So the SEC championship is going to have huge BCS implications. It looks like Texas A&M might have lost 2 in a row. I'm sorry, they lost 1. They lost to 3-8 Tulsa. What a huge upset there. And they do respond against Louisiana Tech. I was thinking Texas A&M would probably find themselves in the BCS National Championship, but that loss to Tulsa really hurting them right now. Georgia Tech at 12, Iowa at 11, UCLA at 10, South Carolina and Virginia Tech also in the top 10 right now. Look at Virginia, 10-1 right now in the ACC. Their only loss in the opening week against UCLA. They beat a ranked NC State team, Louisville. They beat Miami and Pittsburgh in overtime. They beat #12 Georgia Tech. And they're having a phenomenal season. Just 1 game left here against #8 Virginia Tech. So that has huge ACC implications. Michigan State, TCU. Louisville now 8-3 after a loss to Wake Forest. We had a triple overtime thriller against them in week 3 earlier in the year. Michigan up here. Go Blue. Houston, UCF, NC State, as Stanford, Washington, Miami, and Wisconsin all drop out. San Diego State, Arkansas State, a couple group of 5 teams getting some votes. And then we'll just look at the Heisman Watch real quick and see if Braxton Miller is still up top. As he is. He hasn't moved from the #1 spot all series. The defending Heisman Trophy winner battling here against Teddy Bridgewater, Brett Hundley, Johnny Manziel, and Blake Bell, all future NFL draft picks. So this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for sticking around with this Marquette Golden Eagles dynasty. I know it wasn't the most impressive result, kind of a rough game, a rough showing, but it's still year 2. This Marquette team still isn't as far along as we would probably like to see or like to think, even though we're about 20 games in, over 20 games in at this point. The offseason's coming soon, and we're going to come back stronger next year as an even better version of this team. So, as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.